Alright, continuing directly where I left off. Part 2. So I was explaining how my day was going yesterday by myself, and pretty much where I'm at now is just the last couple hours of the day. And I was in the dining hall for the last time before I went home, which that's where I am the rest of the day. From 1 to 3:30 is just the dining hall. And I was doing the garbages, and I went past the office, and Max was finally there, and I asked her if there was any mops, and she said no, because they don't come until the next day. Oh man, my shit's getting all fogged up again. I'm gonna have to turn that back on again. Yeah, I just realized my windows are getting foggy again. I'm like, what? Anyway, I'm at the gate, so I'm going to have to pause it real fast. I'll pause it. Alright, got through the gate. So like I was saying, yeah, I asked her if there were any mops, and I guess she got a call about the recycling from the pharmacy room, and I was like, I wanted to grab it, I just didn't know where to go. So I dropped it off to them, but the guy that was in the room that does the garbages and stuff wasn't there. He was somewhere else in the hospital, so Max just took it. So I did that, had to go back and grab the recycling again. And then, as I went back, I was doing the garbages, well, actually, in the kitchen the first time, after my lunch, because when I couldn't get in the laboratory, both of the blue bins were full. Like I said, they were full pretty much majority of the day. So when I went to throw one of the bags in there, it actually tipped the bin over and dropped all the bags on the floor. So I had to pick up all the bags again, and it was just frustrating with garbages yesterday. It was extremely frustrating with garbages. But anyway, back to the last couple hours. That was the first time I did my round in the kitchen with garbages. But I didn't realize that I was supposed to be taking the garbages to the ATS people, which is the garbage. And so garbages were piling up on the floor, a couple bins, and I asked one of the kitchen girls, the one I actually asked out, I was like, what's the deal with all that? Is that supposed to be us? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, shit, I didn't know that. I never done the garbages in there. It's been a while. David's the one usually doing the garbages regularly. You know? David pretty much does the garbages because he can't mop. Which, I don't know how Kyle is going to do it, because David can't mop. Like I said, David can't mop. So, but yeah, so, with that being said, yeah, I had to make like a whole 30-minute to an hour trip back and forth, getting garbages, the bin, you know, the 3 bags, one round, 3 bags, another round, and then the outside garbage ripped on me, and I couldn't get that out, and oh my god, dude, it was really frustrating with garbages yesterday, and I spilled soda on my shoe, so I was just like, oh, man. But I was like, I'm not even going to get mad, because I'm making like $42 an hour right now. So I'm actually I wasn't even mad about it. I was like, this is like nothing for $42. So I'm not even going to bitch. And I just picked it up as much as I could and did what I did, took it, got it dealt with. I needed help with the ATS people with the garbages a bit. And I did the tables, swept the floor. And then I realized I didn't have enough time to mop. And I put all these mop things in there. And I was like, oh, dude. So, yeah, it was pretty damn frustrating, you know. And so I just mopped around, spot mopped, and, you know, just made it look pretty, because that's all that mattered. But I could not mop. Like, I see why Jeannie really fucking struggles. But the issue with Jeannie is she overworks herself. She overworks herself. She tries to be fast. She tries to get it all done. And you can't. You can't. I told her, if I was doing it by myself, I guarantee ain't no way in hell I'd be able to get that area done. Like I kid you not. Like, I kid you not. What's up with all these soldiers and people around this area right now? Yeah, it's probably really busy, really active, because yesterday there was barely anybody out and about. But so yeah, there's a shit ton of soldiers out right now, just jogging and shit. It's too cold, man. Wearing a fucking sweater. But anyway, yeah, so I see why Jeannie has a rough time on Saturdays. But, you know, she can't work with anybody, so I could give a fuck less if she worked. You know, that's why I don't work with her, because of her attitude. But, you know, if she was a lot nicer... I probably wouldn't have mind working with her from the very beginning. You know, because there's got to be a made-up beginning moment. Beginning as soon as I start the job moment, and then keep me there. Because once I'm Monday through Friday, I'm not going to want to leave Monday through Friday. But if I start a new job and, you know, Tuesday through Saturday, then I guess I have no choice. Then, yeah, I'm going to go Tuesday through Saturday. But if you put me Monday through Friday, I'm not going to want to leave. But anyway, yeah, so I got through the day. I had keys. Of course I had keys. I gave them back to Max. Max and I talked about the new place. I told her, you know, I didn't want to seem like I was making myself a fool, because I know I can overthink sometimes. And she's like, oh, you're fine. She was like, I think you'll like this new area and all that stuff. It's actually not that bad. And, you know, I don't like going out and waking up early. This is what she was telling me. I don't like waking up early either. She's like, I hate waking up trying to get here at 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's pretty bad too. And she was like, yeah, I hate that, dude. I hate trying to get here at 5:30 in the morning. Well, I guarantee there's no parking over there. It was hella empty in the parking lots, man. There was a shit ton of parking, even up close to the hospital. I was like, man, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I felt pretty encouraged about this new area. She was telling me about the lead, Javier or something like that, or Jose or something like that. You know, it's 2 women and then Javier, and then again, I looked at the place. I'd never seen the place. It's right down the road. It's actually right down the road from here where this light is, I guess. And, yeah, it's actually right there. I actually got here a lot earlier than I thought. I forget, it says like the estimated time when you get into the hospital directly, not so much as the parking lots, so I gotta remember that. But this new building is a few minutes farther, a minute or two farther down, so I need to be prepared to leave even a little earlier for that. There's no parking there. Yeah, welcome back, you fucks. You fucking fucks. While y'all get to snoodle-doo at your fucking homes, I had a fucking doodle-doo at work. I'm not actually mad. It's just... It was hella empty yesterday. Like, I kid you not. It was fucking mad empty. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm here, obviously. Yeah, it was an alright day yesterday. It was nice, chill, relaxing, just to myself. It sucks that I had to miss some rooms, but I'm not worried about it, because it's just like, if they want to chew me out for it, fucking go ahead. But I have my reasons why I couldn't hit certain areas, because, you kind of have to move in the times, Sure, for granted, I could stay longer in these rooms, but then I'm not going to be able to, make it, to the dining hall in the end. So it's just like, I'm not exactly going to want to do that. I'll just do what I can in the time frames, maybe a little late. But if I can't hit areas, then I'm not going to sweat over it, because there's always tomorrow. Now that everything's open, we can be able to hit everything again. But I could not hit that room at all for anything, so. But anyway, for real, it's Tuesday, October 14th. Halloween is a little over 2 weeks. So, yeah, I'm probably going to wait for Tim a little bit. Maybe not. No, enjoy this last week while I can. Hopefully they don't fucking bust the bubble, but enjoy this last week while I can, and just, I really got to be prepared, just have my shit ready, just the night before, So, anyway, yeah, so, bye for now.